Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Muhammad Kadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Many blessings and salutations unto the hopeful elect, the house of David, the Bayah Dawadah, for whom these epistles are written for in these last days. Shalom to the elect. I had I just in the spirit before camp, and just wanted to look over some things, checking out some news and prophecy or some things that are going on currently, which we do that all the time anyway. But through the spirit, the Lord put the spirit on me to kind of look these things up. So YouTube, fair use, man, fair use. We're just just for educational purposes, according to the Bible in prophetic times, right? So fair use. So as you can see, this is a video from a couple of years ago, but I thought it was pretty edifying. We're just gonna kind of go into the things that we see that are deemed edifying. And for those of you that have the eyes salve and the ears to hear, may the Heavenly Father continue to bless you with those gifts, because those gifts come from on high. Never forget that. Okay. Everything that you get now, the things that you're growing, if you're growing in the spirit, man, it's actually a blessing from Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai, man. You should take that seriously, okay? Never rest on your laurels, man. Always continue to grow, okay? So we're gonna play this video. Fair use, YouTube, fair use. I pray that this is edifying.
By central banks to introduce this, as we said, central bank digital currency. But have you ever seen an article or a video or whatever description of what it actually looks like? I mean, with central bank paper money, we know what it looks like, right?
Yeah.
Bank digital currency, we know, and we've used it ourselves. We know what it looks like. But what does central bank digital currency look like? You see, so they never talk about that because people won't actually like the looks of it.
Yeah.
Because it apparently looks, and several central banks apparently, as I heard from my sources, have already fully developed the final stage of CBDC. I mean, it comes in stages, initially likely through your mobile phone,
yeah,
but it's only an intermediate step. And the final stage is, it's small, and it's the size of a grain of rice.
Uh-huh.
Now, why is that?
Why is that?
And that grain of rice is your entire wallet, or?
Yes, it's your digital ID, your wallet.
He's telling you, look, they're telling you. But we get pushback from these different camps, man, when I say we, I'm talking, because I studied and learned under GMS. That's who I learned from, okay? And I continue to learn from. I don't watch these other camps, and I continue to grow in the spirit under their tutelage, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai. So I see these other camps and they make these arguments, and I don't see how you can argue against this or argue around it. I don't see a way that you can really spin this. He's telling you. But then they'll say, like IUIC will say, well, both small countries and big countries. What the where is that? Okay, you partly right, but you're trying to, you're using a cop out, man. Okay, you're not attacking the argument, right? These devils they're aiming to chip the entire world, man. Make no mistake about it. They want to chip the entire world, and they know their time is running out. They know it. Things are progressing too fast. The years are flying by, according to Matthew, right? The scripture talks about the Lord will shorten the days for the elect. And yet these people, you Israelites, are not taking it seriously, man. You're not taking seriously that your enemy is progressively getting closer to you to the end times, or he's getting closer to his main goal with you, and you don't want to listen. You want to buck up. You think that we're playing? You think that this is a time to fucking kid around, man? This ain't a time to fuck around, man. The finding out part is getting ready to come up, man. Okay.
Can be your passport, your key. Now, of course, what we found with our debit cards or credit cards is they've already now moved to the system, RFID chips, RFID technology where you just wave the thing, contactless.
Yes.
That is sort of the conditioning us in this direction. That in future you'll just wave your.
Yeah. I don't really have to break it down. He's already breaking it down for me, right? And he's saying it matter of fact because it's already here. This video is from a couple of years ago. He's saying it so matter of fact because he knows that it's already here, man. And this is the tool that the elite are going to use to try to chip the entire world. Really, who they really want is the Israelites. That's who they really want. They're not going to get them, though, but that's who they really want. Revelation 13:11, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, which is the EU and NATO. Okay, and the whore that rides that beast is America. Okay, because I was watching a video this morning before I had to go to physical therapy, and yeah, this devil was breaking it down all wrong, man, all wrong. Oh, I don't see how America's not in. America's not named in the scriptures. Of course, it's not named. But the characteristics are what's going to tell you who is who, and who ain't, right? He was trying to pin it on Iraq as bad as he can, but you can't. America is that fucking whore, man. Okay? The time for games it has ended, man. The time for games have ended. We're in serious times. Souls are going to be harvested, okay? Whether for the left side or the right side, okay? Everybody's declaring who they stand for at this very moment. And if you stand on the other side of the Most High, definitely you against me and all those who truly believe, man. Okay? And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb. And then what does that mean? He's going to use his democratic system, his so-called democratic system, okay, to put people in boxes. Everybody's got a lane, okay? You're a Democrat or Republican, okay? There's not really an independent. They make you choose, okay? Well, I choose Yahweh Shemal Shai. And they're going to use these laws to try to make you choose even more, which is why we're going to get into. Okay, it says, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon, and he exercised of all the power of the first beast before him. What power did the first beast have before him? He ruled the known earth at the time, or the known world at the time. Okay, and what did he use it? What did he rule it with? The democratic system. The patricians and the plebeians and patricians. Salaki, I'm trying to, get it out. The plebeians and the patricians. Now, that same system's back today. You had the Senate, you had the Congress. They had one ruler back then, but now they have many rulers. It's a snake with many heads, okay? Yeah, you got presidents, okay? You still got the same Senate and same Congress, okay? So they're back again. That's that damn beast, man. Okay, just like the old Roman Empire system is back again. All right, it says, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. That's right. He spake as a dragon. Let's look up that word dragon right there. Okay. He's telling you what I'm telling you, man. And in this video, he's just saying it. Okay. He's just straight out saying it.
Strong's G, 1404. Drakon.
Yeah, Dracon, man. It says, a dragon, a great serpent, a name for Satan, man. That's why you guys that don't really know the scriptures like that, right? That be walking up on camps, but you don't really know what you're talking about. You busy trying to walk up on brothers and stuff while they camping, and then you get confounded. Now you all in your goddamn feelings. You running with your goddamn tail between your legs, man, because you don't know what you're talking about. Scripture says to keep thy mouth when you enter into the house of the Lord, man. Okay, hear the matter before you start speaking, right? But that's not good for Jake. Jake is on brand. Jake is rebellious, man. He's on brand. Right? That's why the Lord gonna have to taste that flesh with the sword, man. Okay? He gonna have to get you. Okay? It says a dragon, a great serpent, a name for Satan, man. That goes with Isaiah 27, man. Matter of fact, we won't get that. Okay. This is what Revelation 13 is discussing right here. What we're talking about in Revelation 13 and 12 is discussing Isaiah 27, man. That great serpent, man. This is Isaiah 27 and 1. Why would the Lord have to deliver the children of Israel? Because you see the title right here, the deliverance of Israel. Why we have to deliver the children of Israel from the sea monster Leviathan? Although, or maybe he's talking about another type of beast, and the sea represents the people, huh? I'm just saying, okay. I just, the Spirit got me, addressing this again. All right, it says, Isaiah 27 and 1, in that day, and I heard this goddamn Edomite, he broke it down wrong. He went into talking about how the Lord's going to release the sea monster, and then he's going to catch him at the same time. No, nigga. Okay? It says, in that day, the Lord Yahweh with his sword and great strong sword shall punish Leviathan, right? The piercing serpent. Let's look it up. Huh? Let's look up Leviathan. Lava.
Strong's H 3867. Lava. Lava.
To join, to be joined. To join, be joined, attend. To join oneself, to be joined unto. Okay? What are you being joined unto? Esau's world. Okay, Esau wants you to be a part of his world. So he's going to join you into his world by what? The microchip, man. The RFID. Okay? It says to borrow, to cause to borrow, to lend to, right? So, hey. But here, in this case, he's going to make it free for you. And Esau don't give nothing away for free. Okay? In that day, Salakia. It says, in that day, the Lord Yahweh with his sword and great strong sword shall punish Leviathan, the piercing serpent. What did we just read in Revelation 12? A name for Satan, man. Okay? It says the piercing serpent. What's he going to pierce you with? Huh? What is he going to pierce you with? Revelation 13, and jump down to the bottom. Revelation 13 and 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or their forehead. Okay? We're going to go into the words that we're going to do. Right? What's that word say? Charagma. A stamp, an imprinted mark. Of the mark stamped on the forehead, really in the forehead, or the right hand as the badge of the followers of the Antichrist. Anti-Hamashiach. The mark branded upon horses. Thing carved sculpture, graven work of idolatrous images. Right? Hey, so you people need to understand what you're dealing with, man. This is what Isaiah 27 is talking about. But you can't tell a big-headed Christian is because they swear they know what's going on, but don't have a clue, man. In that day, Isaiah 27 and 1, in that day, the Lord Yahweh, with his sword and great strong sword, shall punish Leviathan, the piercing serpent, even Leviathan, that crooked serpent. Huh? What is that going to? Let's go to Habakkuk 2 and 5, man. This is Habakkuk 2 and 4. It says, behold, his soul, which is up let me read that again. This is Habakkuk 2 and 4. behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. That's right. So he's not going to live. He's not upright, man. Okay? This guy is all over the place. But he's trying to tell you that this chip is going to be the difference maker. It's going to bring more prosperity to your life. And people are going to believe this dumbass. Okay? Habakkuk 2:4, it says, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man. He's piercing you with that wine, man. Jake don't see it, though. It says, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire is hell. That's right. That's that piercing serpent. That's the Leviathan in 27:1 of Isaiah. Not in Job 41, man. That's two different Leviathans. But you can't tell a nigga that, though. It says, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire is hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied. But gathereth unto him all people, unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. That's what Isaiah 27 is talking about, man. That's the great and dreadful Leviathan that the Lord is prophesied to take down, not the actual monster, man. Jesus. It says, the piercing serpent, even Leviathan, that crooked serpent, that's what Habakkuk 2 just said, his soul is not upright in him. It says, and he shall slay the dragon that is in the sea. What dragon are we talking about? Right? Going back to Revelation. Okay? Slacky. Going back to Revelation 13. And he exercises of all the power of the first beast before him, which is that dragon, which is the Roman Empire, and causeth the earth and them that which dwell therein to worship the first beast, which is the Roman Empire. Okay, before the Renaissance, whose deadly wound was healed. How was it healed? In a place called America. America is the second leg of the Roman Empire. Now you got the chip coming, and you're going to have to take it. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom, let him that have understanding. It says, here is wisdom, let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his name is 600 threescore, right? So I'm gonna play the rest of this video. I gotta get to camp, okay? But this is
hand, because you've got the microchip implant under your skin, and because and each step there's a rational reason. It's easier just to wave this, isn't it? It's much faster because we always have to wait in the queues as everyone types in their numbers and all that. So just wave it, it's quicker. But the next rationalization would be, well, but you can lose your card, somebody can steal your card, and then you're just waving. That's kind of risky. Well, wouldn't it be nice if you couldn't lose it and nobody could steal it? But it's clear that it is almost a step too far for a lot of people, because it is a violation of human dignity to actually inject something like that under the skin. So that's where you need some more persuasion.
Yeah.
And it's interesting that this concept of universal basic income has been around for around a century, where everyone should get some kind of citizens, payment. But the billionaire elites have so far not liked that. But since 2015, they've all come out. I mean, all the big billionaires and the World Economic Forum have come out, this is a good idea, universal basic income. Well, why suddenly now? Because now we have the technology for the microchip implant. And so in 2017, Bill Gates came out and said that universal basic income is a good idea but it's too early to introduce it. Now, what was still missing, so we had the technology for the microchip implant, but what was missing was the digital ID hadn't been introduced. Now, this is where this whole COVID agenda had become very useful.
Yeah, so, yeah, that's the end of that video, man. So, yeah, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai, I pray that this was edifying. I'm going to play this little bit by Klaus Schwab from 2016.
Our people, our traditions, our families. But without freedom, none of it is possible.
That's what freedom looks like.
This is not a scam, but this ginger trick erased my forehead lines. This is the ginger trick that made me look...
Aujourd'hui, au bout de ça, on parle de puces qu'on pourra s'implanter. Ce sera quand ça?
Certainement dans les 10 années à venir. Et d'abord, on va les implanter dans nos vêtements, c'est-à-dire wearables, comme on le dit. Et après, on pourrait s'imaginer qu'on les implante dans nos cerveaux, dans nos neurones. Et à la fin, peut-être il y a une communication directe entre notre cerveau.
Let me read that again. It says, and in the end, maybe there will be a direct communication between our brain and the digital world. I ain't fucking around with you, Jake.
Et le monde digital. Ce que nous voyons, c'est une sorte de...
It says, what we see is a kind of fusion of the physical, digital, and biological world. Klaus Schwab for y'all people.
Vision du monde physique, digital et biologique.
On appelle quelqu'un, on n'a même plus le réflexe de devoir prendre un appareil, ça se fait naturellement. La technique continue le corps.
Oui, vous parlez, vous dites...
Yes, you talk and say, I want to be connected with anyone now.
Maintenant, être connecté avec n'importe qui. Et d'abord, vous avez...
It says, and first you will have personalized bots. And I saw that Mr. Zuckerberg, I guess, predicted that at the end of the year, he will have his robots. Yeah, so you already see what he's doing.
Les robots personnalisés, j'ai vu que M. Zuckerberg a prédit qu'à la fin de l'année, il va avoir son robot, son butler personnalisé.
À sa disposition dans Downton Abbey, on aura son butler personnalisé.
It says, like in Downton Abbey, we will have our personal robot butler, our servant, our slave. That's what you're going to be. You take the chip, you're going to be a fucking slave to this weirdo-looking nigga. Okay? That's what it's coming to. So through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai, I pray this was edifying. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shema Shai, Ba'ashem, Wahara Kadash, Shalom to the elect.